Morning, everybody. I woke up with hankering to do some more digging. So here I am. Last night I got about an hour mining. I got to 39 diamonds. I'd like to get a little bit more. I got 35. And I want. I'd like to get, another half. I'm gonna be set. Gosh dang it. Forgot about the ladder again. I was jumping down to try to land in that water. Forgot that there was a ladder here again. And I broke my boots too. I know that they are. I need water. Where's my water? Oh, that's right. I was using it yesterday, and then the got turned into smooth slime, so I lost it. Oh, I think we're stealing some water from here. Okay, so we went down there, started a new line. I don't have nearly enough coal. Still waking up, so my voice is still waking up too. So. But I have a lot to do today, but I wanted to get some streaming in. So I figured start the day off with that. That'll do. That's where we need to go anyway. Hoping that we come across some diamonds pretty quick this time. Last time I had to dig a long time before we hit them. You know what? Still having 47 uses, which is more like 150 with the unbreaking. Come on. One big patch of diamonds will do the job. There we go. There's some. Shame it's down in the bedrock like this. That probably would have been a much bigger diamond vein if it hadn't generated so low. But hey, that got us 11. We're getting there. Not going to use my fortune on the lapists. Just pick all this out. And lapis is pretty plentiful even without fortune. 100 more blocks. And we'll be at 0 again. Hopefully we find more diamonds before that. I also want to go get a conduit today for sure. Have the buried treasure map already to get the heart. And I think I want to work on the ocean ruin. I looked around just to see if there was any info on them. And there's information about them spawning and things like that, but not how they spawn the drown. I think that's probably because there's much more efficient ways to set up drown farms using other mechanics, but I think that being able to like tame an ocean ruin just like you would an ocean monument to get guardians to get drowned might be cool. So I think I'm gonna go and try to do some experiments there after we get other stuff done today. See if we can't get a better understanding of how they work. You know, if I come up with something cool, maybe I can even make a tutorial on it. Who knows? So I may even go into a creative world just to test around with it before we start doing too much. Or we might do it right in survival. Just see. Both have their merits. Sometimes it's fun to just mess around and find out. But you can learn a lot creatively. So we shall see what happens. Kind of intense. Uh-oh. First thing I thought when I heard this song is that it sounds like almost like a Halloween theme song, you know. Like Halloween. Okay. I enjoy Sundays where it's just kind of a relaxing day and I can just mess around. So I think I'm probably gonna end up streaming a lot more on Sundays. Because typically that's the day I plan to have very little going on. I do some meal prep for the week, do some last minute cleaning around the house so I have a nice start to my week, but I don't do a lot. I don't typically plan to go out on Sundays. I can't say for sure that I'm going to be here every Sunday, especially because pretty soon there's at least 1 week, just the week of Easter, that I will be out of town anyway. I think if you wanted to put a bet on what day you'd see me streaming the most, it's gonna be easy like Sunday morning. I say that I had to have been working on the other side of this because there's no way that one tile of obsidian formed naturally like that in the middle of a lava pool. There's no way. But then I realized that I was coming from that direction. Alright, so we didn't get any more on that run through. Just head back up, drop some stuff off. We'll grab that charcoal that was cooking. You know what? Always do that. Go down. No, go down the tunnel. It's already gone down. It makes a lot more sense. Turn around. Excuse me. And go back this way. That gives me a second view for the tunnel I just dug, because there are times where I've missed stuff in the walls, even diamonds. So worth doing the second one. Redstone. Yes. I don't think we need redstone, but I kind of believe in the philosophy of always digging stuff out of the walls, because exposing more blocks, and I'd rather expose blocks by digging up something that I might use at some point than just more cobble. Or cobble deep sleep, particularly. Alright, one more line. Hopefully we get another thing. And then I'm gonna... Either way, after we get back to 0 on this line, I am going to head out to look for our part of the... think that later this evening I'm going to do some streaming where I just pick some new games. I've gotten quite a bit of games that are like just building up in my library from like free games from different places and games that I got because I was interested in them, but I never got a time to play them. And I think I'm just gonna do like a maybe try to do it every Sunday evening, but just do a day where I try to do some of those games and just look for some new stuff, you know. I think it could be fun. I have a couple games I just kind of messed around with in the last few weeks. I might start with those just to show them off and get into them a little bit more to see. Maybe I'll find something that'll be really fun to do on the channel. Or maybe we'll just have a little fun doing random games for an evening. And nothing else will come of it. But either way, I think it'll be a good time. We're probably going to do that this evening. I'm going to stream for a few hours this morning. And then I have some stuff to take care of this afternoon. And then I'm going to get back online this evening to do that. Should be a good time. And then tomorrow night, I'll probably do the same. Because Monday night is usually a night that I have free or plans because girlfriend does ESO stuff that I am not involved in anymore because I don't really play that game. Been thinking about trying Final Fantasy 14 again. I might stream some of that too. Could be fun. Tried that game briefly a few years ago, and at the time I was still playing ESO, and it was just too overwhelming to try to learn a new MMO while playing one. But it'd be fun. I have friends that play there, and so they have opportunities to have some group and stuff to do. We'll see. A lot of interesting stuff on the pipeline. And then Tuesday night I have we do a racing night, and I have decided that I want to stream that. So I will be on 7 o'clock Tuesday night with some friends. We're going to do some Disney Speedstorm racing. It's a pretty interesting racing game. It's not like the most technical racing game, but a lot of collecting going on in it, and I enjoy the characters. I enjoy unlocking new ones. So I think that'll be something I do every week too. I may have to update my schedule so people know when I'm going to be streaming. And then other than those 3 nights, it will probably be when I squeeze in. Like when you hit a patch of tough like that, all of a sudden you go from like slowly mining through deep slate to flying through like you're cutting through butter. Wish I could hit more of that. It won't be much longer until I have like OP tools. I'll be able to fly through stuff. It's interesting the progression in Minecraft because you start off with like slower tools, and then you have to do mining and stuff to get more, and then there's a switch by the time you get to the point where you have tools where you could like really benefit fly through stuff, where like you get to a point where you don't need to mine any. I mean, at least if you play where you get like to villagers and things like that, and it's kind of interesting. I personally always end up mining because I find this act of digging, just branch mining, really peaceful and relaxing. This is why I'm doing it this morning. Hey, there's some more diamonds. That's awesome. See if let's expose them the whole way before we dig them out. See if we figure out how many years. Not looking great so far, just those two. Okay, at least there's a couple more up above. Betting that's it. Alright. So those 4, we got up to 13. We had 11, and then I used 3 of them. That brought us down to 8. Are you saying we only got 1 extra diamond out of that whole batch of diamonds? That is just, that's a straight up, that's a criminal act. I was robbed. Unbelievable. I do like to always dig around where the diamonds were, just because sometimes there are errant diamonds in the world, but it does not look like we're like that this time. That was super disappointing. But hey, 5 more diamonds is 5 more diamonds. Closer to our goal. And another 126 blocks on this row, and we're done either way. So whatever we can get is what we get. I think this is going to be an annoying one to get through if I decide to keep digging through here. Because there's like not... I think the only way if I'm going to do that is to go up above it. Maybe it's not as long as the streak of lava as I thought. There it is. Excuse me. There's. Not nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be a long path. That's why I went up above it like that. Need to just be just those few blocks. And we're back on our way. Wait, what? Did you see in the subtitles, like I did, that it said Guardian shoot? Yeah. I mean, we're under ocean monuments, but we're like 60 blocks below the zero level, which is 100 blocks below the bottom of the seafloor. How could there possibly be a guardian down here making noises? It just doesn't make sense. Unless there was like a cave in the seafloor and it like flopped down in somewhere. I just don't understand that at all. So weird. Well, if it pops back up again, I'll turn the music off, see if I can't hear it. I don't, like, logically speaking, I just can't understand how a guardian could be this. There it is again. Also, like it's saying it comes from this direction. And there's just tunnels over here. What is going on? Well, later on, I'm probably going to go into a creative world when I'm working on the drown stuff. I might make a note. Come back over here, see if there's a cave that goes down. Very curious. So we're at minus 282, minus 59, 48. So I made a note. It's just weird. Back to the digging. 50 blocks away from the end of this row, and then, like I said, whether we find more diamonds or not, we're gonna head out of here. Do not want to spend more than we've been about 45 minutes down here in the deep dark. I want to get into doing something more. We did get another handful of diamonds, which is good. So all said and done, I have 48 diamonds. Not too shabby to start off with. I can make some decent gear out of that later on. Might go and make a couple of things now, but I don't know if we're going to spend the time to do the full enchanting, because that is time consuming, waiting for mobs to spawn. The current level of XP generation we have. Okay, puts us down again. Let's go back the line we did. See if we missed anything. Nothing other than a couple pieces of redstone that we missed. Okay. load things back up. Head up this. So like I said, we got 13 more diamonds for our collection. And we now, so now we're at 48. It's not too bad. I can make a full set of armor for 24. So these was 24. That means I can make a couple more picks and some other tools. It'll be fine. I could probably make a full set, like double set of tools and backup, plus the armor. So more than we need, but I was kind of hoping to get to a stack. But I'll survive. I'm going to come back down and grab that stuff. I want to bring everything up. So, I think I need to take some time to do a little bit of organizing too. But first, let's do our ores. That's a solid amount of redstone. I think I'm going to take this copper and condense it down too. Diamonds. It looks a little more organized. Happy with that. Here we put our wood away. Okay, so there we have cobblestone. Next thing that we're definitely going to need like bulk storage for cobble deep set. We're going to have a ton of that. Over here, this is just like miscellaneous stuff. But I feel like the next thing we could do is other miscellaneous block. The cobblestone in the first one. Then in here we'll just put other things. Not the wool. Have a spot for that. And then the bricks. Cobblestone is gonna go. Slabs go in cobblestone. Grab anything we can cook off. Or that is cooked. That is. Carrots and potatoes, believe it. Alright, so we got some more ores. Coal goes in here. to make this first chest our food chest. So anything cooked goes there, anything raw goes there. Okay. Now we have some more spacing. Put this miscellaneous stuff. Put that in there too. Gotta remember where they are though. Here. Here we go. I'm gonna take time to do some stuff around the world. Handle our crops. Dude, come on. Sorry, get it away. Time for a breed job on the sheepers. We didn't get this fence to explode. Can't neglect the cows either. Gotta expand the family. All right, animals are fed. Gonna do a quick another ring around here, moving trees. Right up here. some more saplings. Always nice. For now, I'm just going to keep getting wood by expanding out here, but eventually I want to set up tree farms and stuff. And then even farther down the road, I want to set up, like, automatic tree farms. It is interesting that, like, you know, early game, you're just basically harvesting what's around, and then later on, you're building stuff to make stuff renewable. Because you don't want to have to just keep going, moving further and further away to keep harvesting stuff. Works out pretty well. In this case, it's also nice because I'm cutting back the tree line, so I don't have random creepers spawning right next to my little lean-to. Since it is still the only place I have to lay my head at the moment. There's nothing like waking up to one of your buddies coming along and blowing up right next to you. Ugh, that's a big tree. I'll have to cut that one down in the morning. Because it is sleepy. Here at day 78. Don't get me wrong, I like the big trees when it comes to oak trees. I think it's neat that they grow in different variations like this. And they look cool, like they look like real trees. But when you're trying to cut down trees, they're super duper annoying because the branches all branch out in weird directions. And no matter how hard you try, you always miss one block and then you have a hanging section of leaves in the sky. apples out of this too. That's nice. Some gold apples later. Go treat myself. Here's another floating section of tree. Oh, this is the creeper explosion. I was like, how is there a dark oak tree that has a single trunk? Creeper blew up next to it, took part of the trunk down. Makes more sense. Still think I also, partially because I really like the look of dark oak wood in all of its forms. Like, the stripped version is pretty good. The planks are good. The logs are good. Like, everything is good about it. It is definitely like the easiest tree to harvest large amounts of wood without any trouble. Like some of the taller trees, like spruce and jungle, you can get a lot more wood in a smaller volume because of how they're just 2x2 and they're really tall. But you can come up to a dark oak tree, and if you're smart about it, and you leave yourself places to jump up, you can reach every block of the tree from the ground right away. And that is fantastic. You just keep working your way up this way so that you're high enough you can get all the branches. And then when you're done, you just come down and work your way down through the trunk, and you're done. And it's a wonderful tree cutting experience. You get a lot of wood. You get over a stack of logs from one tree, typically. Let's test it. Right now we have 32 there. Looks like a pretty small one comparatively. Sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller, but they're all about the same. That got us 30, so half a stack per tree. So a couple of trees and you got a whole stack of logs. Can't beat that. Also, they give you plenty of saplings to get them to grow more. You get sticks from them. You also get apples from them, and like there's no question in my mind which tree is the best tree to harvest. No question. See, no matter what you do, no matter how careful you are, you miss something. But mostly it's because no matter how careful you are, you're going to miss it anyway. So why not just wait until most of the leaves decay, and then it'll clearly show you where you left branches. Do one more tree, and then we're gonna stop the tree rant. And we're gonna head over. I'm gonna go to the XP farm next and do some gear work. Normally I'd say repairing, but I'm not repairing because I don't have mending yet. I'm actually going to be making some gear that I haven't had yet. Make my first diamond armor of the game. The only exception to dark oak being the best that I would say, and this is a use case, is, and I haven't played this in a while, but I used to do UHC a lot. And in that case, you want to cut down trees to get apples. And the ratio of number of apples you get to the number of logs you have to cut to get them to fall naturally, oak is definitely better. Because if you go through and you find an oak forest and you cut down all the oak trees that you can find, and then you run back later to grab apples, you're going to get a ton of apples. And so in that particular case, oak is better. Other than that, but I am glad that there's so many variation in saplings nowadays. When I first started playing this game, there was just like 4 saplings, and it was jungle, oak, birch, and spruce. And that's not a very wide distribution. It's pretty tame. And it is nice to have some diversity. I mean, now we have 6 main types for the overworld. We also have, oh, actually no, mangrove was added. Pale oak was added. So now we have 8 for the overworld that I can think of off the top of my head. 2 more for the nether. I guess technically the forest plants are the trees at the end, but I hope when they do an end update, they actually add some trees at the end. That'd be pretty interesting. Alright, so replanted down there. I got plenty of sheep going. Not quite enough, but we'll get there. Thought I had more beef. More beef. Where's the beef? Did I really go through that much of it? I had like a couple stacks of it. Now I'm down to 27. It's not a big deal. Plenty of sheep over there that I could turn into meat pretty easy. But I'm just surprised I went through that much. This still needs cooked. I'm gonna grab these and take them down to our box down here. I want to make sure I leave them in there so I have crop ones, and then I can eat them. Anything else in here I need to organize before I go? Don't. It looks like everything's all right. As well. Really important ingredient. Getting a small amount of food going on. I can handle that. Head into day number 79. Okay, let's head over to the XP farm. And we're going to take diamonds with us. We're going to take the lapis with us. Probably take some iron. In case we want to get iron. Everything else here can stay. We're good. I do want to grab glass, because I might do some work with that. Head over there. Should do a minecart underneath here. Take me over to the other side. Just because it'd be fun. Maybe if I find a mine shaft while I'm mining and I get a bunch of free rails, I'll set something up. Or after I make an iron farm. The pillar in the middle of this room, it goes all the way up and has a tree on top. Very unique. Still, even after all this time, I still enjoy Minecraft brain generation. It has some weird quirks. Make it interesting. Okay. There's the steak. Knew I had more steak. Knew it. Knew it was not true. There's more worse stuff here. Looking through here to see if there's more stuff I want to organize here before I go. You know, I'm gonna be here for a minute, but I'm gonna use this as ore. Yeah. This is worse. Alright, now that I have some glass, let's go down to... Before we do anything, it cost me 3 levels to use that there. Grab some more time. This is always worth checking. If I want to repair it, it costs me 2 diamonds. If it's ever more than 3, making another pick will probably make the XP cheap worth. Here we go. Pickle Smasher is now fully repaired. Let's quickly go down and grab some more amethyst. Don't want to spend too much time down here because I want to be up there where things will be spawning. A little bit of amethyst collection so that we can have some more left. I guess I wasn't here that long. This stuff didn't really grow that much. Thought I was hanging out in that area longer than that. After I last harvested. Oh well. Got 28 more. 32 more. Close more surfaces. What I should do is set up an automated farm down here. Now that I have some board. Might do that in a minute. Did I just accidentally break one of those? Efficiency 5, man. After every time, I'm like, where's the zombie at? Maybe you can't turn the blocks if I have this back. Could make my life muddy. That's okay. Go up here. Still need 6 more to finish out that. See if I can get like a couple more. 2 more. No, that's not. Won't do that. Yeah, 16 out of that. That's great. To get me what I need for the moment. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. These wouldn't have to be tinted glass because doesn't matter if these guys get light in there because there's no spawning going on into the killing chamber. But I like the way it looks, and I can break it and it won't shatter. Since I'm over here swinging the sword stuff, I may accidentally break something. I don't want to do it. I like being able to see the guys. I don't want to just see their feet. So. What else can today? Oh, here will be the most small. Take this and put it. No sense in keeping it as bones because, exception of like giving me the dogs, there's no use for bones, and then compacting it down to bone meal is parts. Then I can carry a huge amount of it back over to the farm without any trouble. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to craft in here. A couple of those. So I definitely want to do another pick. I'd like to enchant a couple of axes, doubles, do 2 swords. That leaves us with the ability to do that leaves us 11. That's not narrow. Which would also be I already had chest made. Put a chest over here. It's gonna be like my stuff that I'm done with. Because I don't want to mix things up and disenchant the wrong thing while I'm working. Put these back in here. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got some mobs spawning. Let's just start and see what we got here. Oh, great. First one is not great. I'm not going to use distant break. Act 2, the Silk Touch, I'll definitely take that one. I think I'm going to need to use these other 11 to make a few more picks. And I think I'm going to just go for it, do all of them. I'll only leave us with 2 diamonds, but that'll be okay. Now we're going to have a bunch of picks when we're done. I mean, we'll probably condense some of them down to make better chance. I hate when they get thorns in there. Freaking jerk! Just trying to murder you. Why are you being so rude? I don't want to spend all day here getting XP because I have other things I want to do, but I do want to get at least one more pick. Right now I have a fortune one. Now I have a silk one. If I can make that into an unbreaking with good efficiency on it, it'll be good for the picks. Getting like 1 level of enchant on each of the armor would be nice too. It is time to be a little more open. Don't need to go all the way just yet. Frankly, you know, all the way. Everything in this game can be wearing iron armor. But sometimes it's nice to just be able to just stand and fire. I'm gonna go down quick and check on my shard. Amethyst shards. See how quickly these grow. And we got some growth. I feel like every time I come down here to get more, I accidentally break another bud. That's why I need to set up an automatic farm down here. Automatic farms are, like, you don't get as much, obviously, because, like, when I fortuned that, I just got 20 out of 2. And if I break them, I'm just going to get the 1. But, as we can set them up to just break the amethyst shards constantly whenever the thing is loaded, you know, just using a timer or a sensor, overall, we get a ton. And I don't have to worry about the possibility of breaking the buds every time I swing my pick at it. Okay, 1 more there that's fully grown. Maybe 2. Look at that. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll probably set that up sooner rather than later. But like I said, since it can run constantly while we're down here farming XP, because it'll be in the range to be loaded. Even if it's just breaking 1 each time, it'll make a lot of charge. Okay, now we're at that. That's fine, because this one I can just combine this one with this one, get that one. And now I have a Silk Touch pick with efficiency 5 and a Fortune pick with efficiency 5. That's done. 2 more picks. You know what? I think I'm not going to do the armor right now. I think I'm going to focus on doing a couple weapon stuff or tool stuff. And we'll save the armor for later. A, I can either just grind it out at some point, or I can have a better XP farm by the time I do it. 'Cause I don't really need it. I have alright armor. Not great, but I have some armor. I don't need to worry about that. What I can do is repair some of it. So my boots. Helmet doesn't have an enchant on it yet. Should I do a chainmail helmet? Nah. I don't think that'll work that great because then I have to be getting my chainmail helmets to get better, I think. Actually, I don't know. Can you repair a chainmail with iron? Obviously can't do it with iron. Helmet, but no, you can. Kind of like the chainmail. Get an enchant on my chainmail helmet. Chainmail is cooler because you can actually see some of my skin. Even though I'm still in this speedo skin. I forgot to push back today. Okay, we're gonna be doing more work over in the ocean. Might be good to have a speedo. Kind of like my enchanted work chest. Handle some of these bows. So the unenchanted bows, I just like to combine them up. You can use them for doing repairs on the bow later. Enchanted one. Sort them out over here. These are all the power bows. These are ones with kind of both power, punch bows. Once I get a couple rows of them, I can just toss extra bows. Can't remember. Can you use bows as fuel? I think you can. It would make sense if you can. Test it. Projectile protection would be nice. Yeah, you can. Alright, well, I'm gonna use that right now. Give me another furnace. And then I need a hopper. Where do I want to put this? I'm really cramped on space at the moment. For now, I'll just put it over here. I'm going to be moving stuff anyway. Let's put it there. Put a hopper against it there. Put a chest above it. And now any extra bows I get, I can just toss them in there for fuel. And then I can put my armor in here. Let's do another hopper. disenchanted wood in there that I'm not going to use. Oh, I got a sharpness 2 sword. I can use that as my killing sword. Downside of having your windows open, you gotta hear people doing stuff like that. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna disenchant this one. This one. I'll put this in here. Same with these boots. I'm not going to make me no boots. And anytime I get extra bows and I don't need them correctly, I just put them in there. We'll slowly get that armor turned into. I wonder if I can actually get more bows from the system than I get armor, and I can use that to automatically smelt down armor when I set up the sorting system. Could be fun. Go over there and despawn. You three, also, go hang out with your friends. I am positive that they haven't. But it's been so long since I've played, I want to make sure there's no way to feed items in. Yeah, it'd be awesome if like you could set it up so that you could have items go through this enchanter and get put in, and then get the XP pulled out, and then have the item pass through. And I didn't think that they had added that. That would have been something I think I would have noticed or heard about. But you never know. Hey Gunnup, how you doing today? You came in at the perfect time. I just made a new pick and I need a name for it. It is a Silk Touch Efficiency 5 Unbreaking 3 pick. And I feel like yesterday you had a name you wanted to do, but I don't remember what it was. But either way, we need to name a pick. And I think that you should be my official pick namer from now going forward. Good. That's your strength. We did use that one. That's our fortune pick. I think there was another one after that, and I can't remember what it was. And I don't expect you to either. Bring in redstone. I wanted to mess with some redstone stuff. I left all the redstone back in that stuff. I think I may have to take a trip. We have level 30. Next one, next enchant. Let's have a tool and a weapon in my inventory, and then we'll have a piece of armor, just to see what we get. So this would be efficiency 4. I think that's a good one to risk it on. Yeah, not bad. I can use that to combine with another one. Oh my goodness. Motorcycles are crazy outside today. Must be a nice day outside. And the window opens. You hear that? Sorry. It is a nice day and I want the fresh air. Come on, gotta think of another name. Putting you on the spot. The Whipple Teaser? What? What does that even mean? But yeah, I'll do it. I don't think anyone will ever know. I think it's just pretty nonsensical, but I like it. Where did I put potatoes and carrots? Slowly cleaning up inventory. old bows that are unenchanted as fuel. Melt down all the armor that I don't need. Like this chainmail boot. Leather armor just gets disenchanted. Just to get that tiny little bit of XP out of it. And then it gets chucked into the hallway. Like the trash that it is! Alright, we're at level 30 again. Ugh. It's gross. Let's just take one of those off. I need to have at least Fortune or Silk on it. Alright, I need to do the sword. Sword is my next enchant, unless it's garbage. Because I want to have a weapon, and then I'm done for enchanting for the day. Because it is getting... Ooh. Those are my actual boots. I almost disenchanted my actual boots. Whoops. More chainmail stuff. No, I don't think we got him. I don't think we got lucky enough to grab any of that. Alright. This one is Fire Aspect 2. Ooh, that is a fancy sword. Looting 3, Knockback 2, which is... it's okay. Sharpness 3, Fire Aspect 2, Unbreaking 3. For one pull off the table, pretty excellent. I won't make you come up with a name for that if you don't want to, but if you have a name for a sword, let me know. I do think that the amount of bows I get from skeletons is going to be enough to keep up with smelting down the excess armor. I'll have to figure out, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I'll have to work out some bone cleaver. I like it. I'll have to figure out some... the words have escaped my brain. I'll have to figure out some sorting mechanisms and stuff for how to sort this stuff out when I get to that. I think that, if I remember correctly, I've never actually done it, but I've heard people doing it or seen that people set up to do it. You can do something where you can have the stuff put onto an armor stand. Let's experiment with it. Armor stand. What's the recipe for an armor stand? You know? You don't know. You don't know nothing. Useless machine. Oh, it's a smooth stone slab. the sticks already. So now, I don't think... Well, let's grab the armor skin, and I'll show you what I'm... So I don't think you can hopper into an armor stick. If I place, I don't even know how I would get it. Like, if I put a hopper that feeds this way, and then I put an armor stand in front of it. I don't think that you can like put armor here and have it go on. And I also don't think if we have a hopper here and we put an armor stand on the top, I don't think we can have it take the armor off. But I think with dispensers we can do it. So let's grab... I need redstone for it. I'm going to run back and grab redstone real quick. I wanted redstone anyway, because I want to make some redstone lamps so that I can put in some switches to turn the farms off. Also do some experiments with that to see like the most efficient way to have an off switch for the farm. I think they also added copper bulbs. Do they give light off? Something worth experimenting with. Eating my beef jerky. Did you get your attic stuff worked on yet, Conduit? Or have you been lazy like me today? I'm gonna take gold. I'm gonna take all this. All this is going. What's the goal? Get at least 2 boards up there today and secured in place. While you have the boy there, you might as well have him hand them all up to you and just have them laying there. And then that way you can just work on it slowly. So I'd prefer that you don't work in the attic unless I'm there or the boy's there, because if you accidentally fall through the floor, then you die, and that would be sad. And I guess what I'm saying is, if you're gonna fall through the floor and die, I want to be there. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to be. I think what I meant was, if you were to fall through the attic ceiling, I would like to be there to call an ambulance for you. You have fallen through the floor. Now you are dead. I must be witness. Please don't die. That would be sad. Very sad thing to say for me. Yeah. I think it'd be pretty sad day for you too, to be fair. Okay, so grab that because I need to make dispenser. So ooh, I forgot they added the crafter. Interesting. Very interesting. That's something that'll be fun to play with. Dropper. Dispenser is... I think dispenser is the same except you put a bow in it. Okay, so experimentation time. We have a dropper, we have a dispenser, actually a crafter. Dropper. Good leather. Lever! So I put a piece of armor in there. Dropper does not put it on. Didn't think it would. I think I need a dispenser. And that puts it on. And then if I were to want to take it off, it doesn't work. That also doesn't work. How do you... does a piston do it? All I know is that people have done this. And I could look it up to see how. But it'd be more fun to figure out how. A lot easier to figure things out when other people have already done them. You know they're possible. Well, that didn't work. But so what I was thinking is, with the dispenser thing, I could have, in the sorting system, I could have the sorting thing come along, and then it comes, items go into the dispenser, when an item gets in here, it tries it, put it onto an armor stand, and then if it gets on the armor stand, we know it's armor, so we can take it and put it off. And if we put a weapon in here, weapons don't go. It just dispenses it out, doesn't put it on the armor stand. So anything that goes through the dispenser and can actually get onto the armor stand is either a helmet, chest plate, leggings, or boot. So it's just a way to sort those items out. But I don't know how you get them back off the armor stand. I'll have to think about it. Okay, I want to enchant this helmet. Ooh, aqua affinity. So I think the projectile protection would be better than blast protection. And that's good. Now we have a full set of armor. It's not great armor, but we have a full set of armor. Prepare this stuff. Can I repair it with ingot? Okay. Needs to be an ingot. No cheaping out. Okay, so we have... This can stay here. Put this nonsense away for now. Figure that all out later. put our redstone back away. Go in here. I'm definitely gonna mess with the auto crafter later. I forgot that that was a thing, and so I could probably automate bones being crafted into bone blocks, which would be cool for the sorting system. I'm gonna leave the redstone here. I'm not gonna mess with that today, but I want it to be over here for later when we try to figure that out. Alright, let's just... All you can go away. Tired of looking at your faces. I need my bow. Torches, food, spyglass, and my water. The rest of that can stay for later. What we're gonna do next is head out to the ruin. This way. Die! Die! Wow, we're 2 hours into streaming already today. So we got some mining done, we got some chanting done. Now let's actually go try to build something. I think I'm gonna go over and just look where it is, and then I might switch to creative to mess around with it. Like a creative world. I don't want to switch to creative in here. I don't. This world is your survival only world. Weird seeing the boats up there. It's getting close to the end of the day. Do a little crop harvesting quick while we wait for the day to reset. So then I can be out there in the morning. Creepy song. That's an interesting transition. With music. Well played. Bedtime. Time for another breed job. Do cows first. Good, good. Multiply. Alright, so... Duck boat, y'all. Grab my boat. Where's my boat? See, we can't find this. I was looking for this last night, and I almost fell asleep doing it. And I almost got eaten by sharks and things. Okay, so there's the Guardians. And it was between here and the other Guardian Temple that's over there. So it's this direction I need to go. And we're just basically going to go over here to find the coordinates. Then I'm going to switch over to a creative copy of the world. So I can mess around with some stuff for a little bit. But I have to find the ruin first. Let's see, do I still have... Yes, I still have the ocean thing on. The issue is I can't see the overlays unless I'm underwater. But those are the monuments, the big ones. The little ones are ruined. There's one over there. Oh, that's the one in the middle there. You know what? I guess I can use this one to just kind of figure it out. And then when I go to build the big ocean monument thing, since there's a ruin in the middle, you have returned. We're doing some experimentation today. Since I have this one, so just to recap what I was saying, under here, these are I have the overlay turned on for different structures, and the blue ones are ocean monuments. The green ones are ocean ruins. The ocean ruins are places where drowns spawn. And what my goal is today is to get to this one. It's right there, you can see the light underground. And mess around with it and determine how the spawning mechanics work for the drown in them. And like, I think that there's probably more efficient ways to make drown farms using other mechanics. But if I could figure out how they spawn, because like, let's just hop down here so you can see. If we come down here nearby, we should get drown spawning pretty quick. Okay, now they're gonna make a liar out of me. Oh, maybe it's because it's not dark? But here's the thing, I don't know how the spawning works in the ocean ruins, and I was looking around, I couldn't really find a ton of information about it. So, let's grab my seed again. That's our seed. And we're at... $109 minus 229. So let's leave this world. Let's do a new world. We're kind of waiting for that replay to go. It seems like it's going to take forever. We'll make this creative test world. Put it on creative. And copy the seed. So we have the same seed. Excuse me. So this is going to be the exact same world, but it's like a backup world. And now I can go in here and do some testing without being in survival. So 109 minus 100 minus 229. So I want to just kind of test out mechanics here. So you see drown just spawned right there. But I don't know the conditions for them to spawn in here. It looks like it has to do with the stones of them and stuff like that, with darkness maybe. But I just don't know. So I think the most efficient thing to do... let's go and grab... Let's just look down here. How far down into the ground does this go? Is that the bottom of it? Yeah. So let's go from there. It's 1, 2. So we'll put a block there. That's 3 blocks. Wait, hold on. What am I doing this? Three blocks down. Three blocks over. So that block is like gives us a gap of 3 outside of this area. And then over here we'll do the same thing. But we'll build up. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Why new world? Because I want to play around in creative. I don't want to mess up my world playing in creative. I'll experiment here. Oh no, it's too many blocks. Alright, well, let's do like half of it. So 115. Oh, I have it backwards. I want to do fill in air replacing the water. Now the issue is it's just going to fill back in because I have water above. So interesting. Why is... Oh, because they're bubble columns. They're not air. Okay. Okay, so now we have pretty much cleared out the water from the place so I can look at it a little better. Oh, filling right back in. Because of these bubble columns. Let's get rid of the magma blocks that are causing the bubble columns to exist. Or over here. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the overlay for a minute. This is the ruin itself. Without the water around. Pretty interesting structure. But let's look at the overlay again. So it looks like there is different pieces. There's the main area, which is outside. And then there's this building. And then the smaller building. Alright, let's fill it back up with water. Okay, so now let's fill it back in. Infinite night vision. I can see that better. So I think the next thing I want to see, I'm going to work on one of these small ones. I want to see what conditions I need to do to make drown spawn in. I saw a drown spawn there. And I think it was because he was underneath a block which put him in darkness, maybe. So let's just try it with concrete first and see if darkness is the only factor that matters. Now, if I back away from there, do I see more drown spawning underneath that roof? The Whipple Grabber. I'll write it down. So the Whipple Teaser and the Whipple Grabber is your plan for these tools? Interesting. So it looks like one. Oh no, that was the one that was there. Let's grab a sword. Let's grab a ball. Mace. Get out of my face! Mace is kind of crappy. So it doesn't look like anything more is spawning there. So let's do... And then we're gonna do stone, replace red concrete. My other theory is that they have to have stone above them or stone variant, because these have like stone brick. So I'm just gonna try stone. I want to see, does that mean that they're gonna spawn? I see you there. Are you, what? Are you gonna mess with me? You gonna try that makes you big and bad? You didn't know that I was in creative mode, did you? Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it sounds obscene, but I don't think it is. Like, what is a Whipple? Like it's trying really hard to be obscene. Like you asked a kindergartner to come up with a dirty word. I'm not seeing anything spawn there either. What's going on? I know they can spawn there because I saw them spawning there, but I don't know if they were just spawning because drowned spawned in the ocean, or if the ruins themselves actually caused spawning. It seems like there has to be something that causes them to spawn more, because when you come to an ocean ruin, as opposed to just a random spot in the ocean, they spawn like crazy. And it could just be that there is... let's go higher. I want to reset my spawn. It could just be that there is rocks there and they spawn under the blocks, because drowned do spawn, have rules where they need a block over their head to spawn, I think. So that way they spawn in cave. Like they don't just spawn in the open ocean. Or maybe they only do it at night. I just don't know. I don't know the spawning rules for... You just rhyme with nipple. I don't know the spawning mechanics for drowned. Look it up. Look it up to see what it is. Ground spawn naturally at light level of 0 in all ocean biomes. So the Y has to be less than 58. Oh, okay. So when there is a space that is I don't know if I believe that what it's saying. Doesn't seem correct. It says that the drown spawn with the creation of the ocean ruin. But it seems like, to me, like every time I come back here, I have more drown. But I guess maybe I just didn't clear them out. So it says they spawn and they don't despawn until they are killed. When it is generated. So like the first time you load it. So that's disappointing. That means that there's not anything here where it's going to keep spawning. Well, that's fine. We'll just have to build a drown farm somewhere else. Womp, womp. Go back to the main world. What I can do is, first of all, turn that off. I can loot this place. No, I need to breathe. Got buried treasure, man. So hard to see under here. That's the one I got. Another one over here. I'm about to start drowning again. Oh, this time I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it! I'm not gonna make it! Disappointed that the ocean ruin doesn't do what I was thinking. But it makes sense why there are no information about things spawning at the ocean ruins, because they don't. They just spawn when it generates, and then they don't respawn, except for under normal spawning conditions. But you know, sometimes you gotta test things to try to figure things out. The reason we need more drown is because I need to get more nautilus shells. So I can just kind of swim around the ocean and find areas where drown are spawning, take them out. Or I could create a little platform where the drown will spawn and handle them that way. But I was hoping that this would work to create a drown farm of types. But I can build a drown farm. I've done them before. Look at the dog play with my stuff. Thanks, spreading my corpse around the ocean, guys. That's so sweet. still have 2 more pieces of armor that are out here somewhere. Here's my helmet. Here's my pick. Axe. There's a chest plate. How far they spread this stuff? Crazy. I think I got everything now. I don't want to do my boat. I want to put it on. Naked here. Got us getting all turned on. Now I can actually breathe under here because I'm standing on the block. Which I think means you need to come with me. This one I got. Get some more oxygen. The chest over here. Don't see one, but it might be buried. I don't want to go too much. There is some of this gravel is suspicious gravel, which I want to sweep up. But I want to get. I'll wait until I get a conduit set up here so I can do this a little more. Hey, there's ground. One's got a trident. How many freaking tridents did he throw at me in 10 seconds? See, that's why I thought that there was definitely some kind of spawning mechanic going on. Because there were so many. But it's just because night came, it was dark under there, and there's a spawning spot nearby that they were coming out of. Which makes sense now that I look at it. Well, I don't have my bow. Where's my bow? I know I brought it with. Did the dolphins take my bow and keep playing with it somewhere? I don't see it anywhere on this water. I'm just gonna have to retreat because I don't have a. Damn it. Should have brought my shield with. let's just see if I can get my stuff back. I'll come up with a little more setup to handle things. I have a shield I can deflect the trident. But this trident's hit hard. Especially when I'm not super armored up. Going to go work on the attic. Okay, have fun. Please don't fall through the ceiling. Thank you. Oh look, there's my bow. Here's the rest of my body. Did the grounds respawn or despawn because of the low level? Or actually, probably despawn because I was far enough away. They're not going to respawn because it's too dark. It was too late. Okay. Okay, so I'm missing a helmet. So I got a little loot out of that place. I have arrows, but not many. I think we should go and follow the buried treasure map. So it wants us to go to the east. And the north. So let's go northeast. Put the map in our offhand. It looks like it might be over by that coast there. Okay, so we are far enough east to get onto the map. Go north until we see it. Right over there is where I think it is. More on this way because it's this little island here. Okay, so we'll come right around the corner here. so we're at the right spot, and if I remember correctly, the easiest way to find these is that they are at the center of this chunk. So, oh, I don't think I brought a shovel. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the center. Easy peasy. Got our heart of the sea. Got some TNT, some iron, and some fishes. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Turn off the chunk motors. We will head back to home. So we'll have to figure out a better way to handle getting drowned so that we can collect what we need. Another ruin over here. Just have to be careful to watch the ones with pride. Drowns are not hard to handle themselves. But right now, I don't have what I need to face the trap very well. We just have to back off and go. There's another shell. That's what I came. Need to get 8 of those total. I think I have 3 back home. I'll turn off the structures. Chests over here too. I think we can get nautilus shells from fishing too, so that's another option. Pretty cool. Under here there's like an arch, and it looks like it's like part of a structure, but it's just the way the ground is. one I did was 5 at 6 and 7. Figure my boat. I think we should handle a couple more treasure maps. We did 5 to 6 and 7. So just pointing to the same spot now? Might be. Yeah, it is. That's weird. Is that how they work? Do they point to the nearest spot even if it's already been done? This one I haven't opened. That was 7. Let's experiment. Yeah, I guess that is how it is. That was a waste of a couple of treasure maps then. I'm not worried about it because the chunk base will show me where treasure maps are if I want to go find more treasure map spots. But it's kind of silly. Back home we are heading. Wait. Home is which way? I think it's this way. Generally. There's a shipwreck below us. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get there without somewhere to breathe. Thought I brought those magnet blocks with me, but I didn't. We'll get it another time. Plus, maybe here at the ruin we can grab another magnet block. Yeah, that's what happened. I put them on the ground and then it picked back up. Oh crap, another trident. I don't want him to shoot my boat. Retreat. Got myself turned around. I don't know where my island is. I think it's minus 300, 300. I think it's this one. There's the monument that we have cleared. Yeah, I really need to work on doing some more spawn proofing around here. Joke's on you, I'm right next to my bed. Hate baby zombies. I hate them so much. Let's just jump off some stuff. Go empty my boat. Jump off some more stuff. Grab some torches. I haven't all my torches. Must have lost it. Let's see. Birthday 85. I think I'm gonna take it as a sign to end for right now. Take a break. I might do some stuff off camera for a while, just the grindy stuff, like sitting at the XP farm later today and that kind of stuff. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream it too. And I think this evening I'll probably do it. Like I said, I'm gonna do a stream where I'm playing some different games just for fun. I'd like to try to make that a regular Sunday night thing. And tomorrow night I'll be doing some more because I have some other stuff I want to play. And then Tuesday I'll be streaming the racing. We have some few days of streaming ahead of us. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed watching this one. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.